The holidays are here, and that means it is time to go over some festive little skins, and what is better than going over the festive Reinhardt skin. And today we're going to be deciding if this skin is worth it or not. So you can actually buy the festive Reinhardt skin for 1,000 Overwatch coins since this is an epic skin. I have not yet seen this in the featured part of the shop, but I'm assuming it'll be here at some point. But anyways, let's check the skin out. So first, let's take a look at the face. What I really like about this is Reinhardt just has his face just straight out. He doesn't have a helmet on in this case. He doesn't have anything on. It's just his bare face. Not many skins do that with Reinhardt. I mean, literally the only one I can realistically think about is the new Overwatch 2 one. But anyways, you know, up next, let's look at this neck. So around the neck, we actually have this really cool red color, like of the red metal with a little like green undertone right beneath the chin. What I wish they would have done would have been to make the thing around his neck like a wreath or something. Like maybe maybe make the plates all green and just have some like, little specks of like red and stuff, or like some bows on it. That would have been really cool, I think. But you know, whatever. I think mostly the biggest details on the skin really come down to the actual like colors of the skin. Because if you look at it, the arms are basically all gold, and we have pretty much all gold down throughout the chest down to the little loincloth that we have right here. The legs are all gold. Literally, it's just like a normal Reinhardt skin. I mean, it like literally follows the exact same print and like make of this Reinhardt skin. It's just this one is just straight up gold and has a few different color schemes to it. But anyways, you know, on this right shoulder, we actually have this nice green bow with some berries and golden bells. And the golden bells actually don't move. Nothing on the skin actually wiggles or jiggles or has any of those physics on there. So that kind of sucks. But we do have these like little cool red strips going across the shoulder pads right here, the big shoulder pads. I really do like the gold. Does look nice on the skin, I will give it that. But we do have some more red right here on the hips and the like upper thigh right here on the sides. So where the shield comes out on his left arm, you can actually see where it looks like the mane of this like line is actually red. We have some really green undertones at the bottom, and we have the highlighted green eyes. This part of the skin actually stays the exact same that it does on any other, you know, Reinhardt skin. Again, this skin is literally just a reskin of the original Overwatch 1 default skin, but, you know, still whatever. What I do like, though, is these nice green highlights that we have throughout the skin. I mean, around the chest, you can see it. Throughout the skin, you can see these just random little, like, green highlighted pieces. And honestly, it gives it a nice little splash of color, so I will give it that. The rocket hammer, this is where things get a little more interesting. I mean, here you can actually see the rusted gold on here. So up at the top where it's actually been used a lot, you can actually see the worn gold piece, which is actually really cool. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with the actual hammer and the shaft itself, because it really is just, again, look at this. It is the exact same thing as this hammer, except this one just has a little bit of gold on it. Again, it has that nice little bow and the mistletoe right here, which is nice because on the skin we actually have a green bow, and on here we actually have a bow that actually has the jiggle physics, which is really nice, and the mistletoe, and at the very bottom we just kind of have that nice gold there. But anyways, with the skin equipped, let's go through some emotes. We have Kneel, Warrior Salute, Marshmallows, Sweetheart, Flex, Taunt, Uproarious, Pumpkin Smash, Zombie Walk. Up next, we have our victory poses. We have Confident, Flex, Legendary, Pumpkin, RIP, Toast, Kneel, and Metal. And for the final part of this, we have the highlight intros with Charge, Hammer Down, Snowball Fight, and more stretching required. And lastly, let's go over this golden weapon. So this is what it looks like before, and this is what it looks like after. And this is what I meant by they needed to add more color. See, this looks fine, especially with the skin, especially with all the gold on the skin. I think this would have been way more fitting to actually add a lot more gold than to just add a few specks of it to the default, you know, skin of it. But anyways, I mean, literally, this looks nice. I will say that does look very nice. I love that they didn't change the mistletoe and bow. Props. All right, let's check the skin out in the highlight intro. Nice, look at that. I mean, you can see the face up there. You can see that nice facial features that you don't normally see on a Reinhardt skin. And you see that shiny gold armor with the little bells right there. I like that. Actually, I really like that a lot. So let's check the skin out in first person. So obviously, we can see his giant hammer and his little hand right there. What I really like with this is they put the bow and the mistletoe on this part of the skin that we can actually see. I love that it jiggles. I really do. I love that the mistletoe jiggles and the bottom of that bow moves. You know, look at that. I love the fingers down there at the bottom with being gold. Looks phenomenal. What's it look like when we swing? Nice. You can kind of just see the arms moving a little bit. I mean, nothing too spectacular with that. What does our firebolt look like? Oh, wow. So you can see the arm a little bit better there. Shield is what's really important because this is when we can see the full back of the skin. So, I mean, realistically, the only thing special with this is that giant gold piece. I mean, look at that. That's literally the only special part of the skin is it's like all gold. If you have a gold weapon with this, it would look fantastic. All right, so I've got our ult, and I have been trying to kill these bots to see if I can get any unique voice lines. Nothing so far. Let's see what our shift looks like. Okay, so you can literally just see him kind of going. Nothing too spectacular about that. But what does our melee look like? Okay, right, it's just the freaking hammer. I'm so stupid. What does our hello look like? Nice, you can see that gigantic golden glove. And again, that does look really cool. And lastly, let's check out this ult. Hammer down. Nice. So now that we've gone through his entire kit and everything, let's talk about this skin. So negatives first, no unique voice lines at all. And the biggest negative I have about this skin, it is literally just a reskin of the default version of Reinhardt. And you know, even though the colors do look fine, it is a little whack, I would say. I mean, I feel like it's really lazy. There wasn't much changes to it other than adding the entire armor to be gold, and they didn't even put much other colors into it. Like, it's literally just red and green, and even those don't even look that fantastic. Like, it somehow doesn't even make sense to me that this is realistically a festive skin. You know, it doesn't really give that impression to me. I mean, it just seems lazy. The hammer, again, is probably the only redeeming quality of the hammer is the mistletoe. You know, like, that's literally the only thing that they changed other than the gold at the very bottom of the hammer. You know, positives, I will say I do like the bow and the berry on the hammer and the bow on the skin itself. But literally, other than that, I feel like it's so lazy and it's just, you know, it's just a little boring. So with that being said, I'm literally just going to give this skin a 3 out of 10. I mean, it's not a down-to-earth terrible skin, but it's not a good one either. And you know, with that being said, I don't think this skin is going to be worth it. And so anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all later.